Hey, what's going on, guys? Doing here representing WGD. Oh god damn. Today we're going to be looking at the Zeus X RTA by Geek Vape. Okay, now I've been testing this out, and yeah, I'm not gonna say much else, but yeah, 25mm RTA. Okay, I don't have a bubble glass. It doesn't come with a bubble glass over for UK. Okay, so you have to buy that separate just to get that out the way. Okay, so I've got the straight glass, but nevertheless, let's dive down. Let's see what you get in the box and whatnot. I will put a build in it and show you how to build it as well. Okay, go back up top, vape it, give you guys my thoughts, and yes, let's go. Hey, goddamn. So here is the box itself. Nice standard packaging. You can see the tank itself. Zeus X Geek Vape, 2mm capacity. So that's what I'll be using, which I've already got. Social media side, serial code and whatnot. Scratch and check. On the other side, you've got your indication for your colours. So I've got mine in black. Okay, some more information at the back, and then obviously some information and contact and whatnot. So other than that, let's get inside the box itself. Geek Vape, nice standard box. You do have two cutouts there, which you'll have to cut open. Okay, there you go, and here you can see the tank itself. Nice small packaging. So before we get to the tank, let's take this out. Let's get inside what you get as extras. Okay, so we do have a spare glass. Okay, same size glass. Look at 2mm. Yep, you got some cotton and some coils. Okay, so we do have NI80. Let's zoom in a bit closer. NI80 fused Clapton coils, 28 gauge, 3/40 gauge, 0.4 nichrome, which is I really like. So what we're going to do is we are going to use this cotton and these coils today. Okay, we also get a 5-10 pin adapter, a spare 8-10 Darwin drip tip. Okay, O-rings, spare screws, and a tri tool. Okay, a nice tri tool, and an Allen key. Okay, and that is pretty much it for all these, but we'll keep this out. Okay, so we will get to the RT itself. So mine is in a matte black finish, which is pretty nice. I do like the matte black finishes. I think this is the second one I've got now in a matte black. So I've got something else in a matte black, I just can't remember. Oh, the Falcon King tank, yeah. And I'm just loving the matte black. Really small, low profile drip tip, which you need nails to get into to take it out. Okay, O-ring on the inside, so gun compatible. Basically, you can put your custom drip tips in there, but really low profile on the drip tips. I'm not already, I know I've given it away, I'm not a massive fan of these low profile ones. Okay, you got some knurling at the top. Okay, airflow right here, and it does have a stopper, so whatever you adjust on one side will be the same for the other. Okay, very nice and easy. You can see Zeus right there engraved on the barrel, and then Zeus logo right there. His face, he looking goddamn pissed. Glass here, there's more knurl at the bottom to have a nice finish from the top. Okay, and at the bottom, Zeus CE Door Vape in a bin, and then designed by Geek Vape, serial number, and then you got your gold plated 5-10 pin with a bit of an insulator. It is sticking out or protruding out pretty nice, so you can use this on your hybrid mechs if you want to. Okay, so let's slightly open this, half a turn, and there you go. You got your 2 kidney shape, what kind of medium 2 kidney shape hole for juice. Okay, you see the notch right here, and obviously you can see, well, there's 2 notches, one there and one there, and you can see the 2 notches, they match up. They clip into place, turn it, and off you go. There you go, nice and easy. So when that goes in, even if it's like that with a gap, keep twisting until it pops back in, twist it again, there you go, it's nice and locked. Also, you can take this O-ring you can take the airflow ring off as well. It's got the O-ring on the inside, and you've got a notch here, so it only goes back one way. If you do flip it, you'll know, because there is a notch right there, you see right there. So when that goes back in, there you go, see that little clip, then off you go. There you go, nice and easy. So let's screw this bottom piece off. Okay, we'll get to the deck in a minute. You also do get a chimney as well, Bearing in mind the barrel is one piece, the barrel don't screw off as well, it's just one piece, and you can see on the inside right there. So this is the chimney. This is a nice, it's quite interesting. I've never come across this as far as I know before, but you have your airflow right there. The airflow is coming down, hitting these holes, these punctured holes right here and here, and same for the other side, right? So it will come inwards. Also, the airflow is diagonally angled. It's hard to see with this color. Diagonally angled down, goes down this way down here. It'll come straight down here, smack them, go inside, keep going down, hits the edges, goes in as well, which is pretty nice. Okay, and that just slots in a certain area. Yeah, just like that. Okay, now we get to the deck itself. Let's screw this deck on. Let's get a little bit of a closer look. Yeah, so here's the deck itself. Now, as you can see, there's a gap here and here, and that is for this little piece here, and same for the other side. Okay, so when they go in quite nice. It's got a bit of a gap going on there, right? Obviously that might be maybe because when you put in your wick in, it's enough for it to curl down, well, cover it all. I don't know, I'm not too fully sure, I'm just blabbering on. Okay, just ignore that bit. So really easy deck. You do have your wicking ports on each side. You can see your pin, your insulate on one side, so you got your positive and negative. Okay, very easy deck, and you just have like your bottom base right on the edges and the O-ring right there. Really simple. And you also get flathead screws for this one. I'm a Phillips head guy, but flatheads will do. I'm not going to whinge as much. Okay, so yeah, it's a very easy deck. So one coil goes here, one coil goes here. Obviously your wicking goes in there. Now obviously on RTAs, make sure you get your wicking right. Okay, what I've come across is best thing to do the dam method, especially on this one. Wick, really comb your cotton out nice and thin, and just cover this top base. Don't, if you want, it's up to you if you want to tuck it in. I just cover this top base. I'll tuck it in slightly, about that much, and just leave it resting at the top so it covers it all up. So the juice will come down onto the bottom base, comes back up, hits that cotton, and then there you go. It won't come through any gaps, so it won't leak. Well, this is a top airflow. They're saying it's not leak proof. That's what they're saying at the front somewhere. I don't know where. I did have it at some point, but anyway, might be covered by this fucking stupid nicotine. There's no nicotine in it. God damn it. But yeah, leak proof. But I've not had it. To be honest, I've not had no leaking. Just to put that out there. Yeah. Also, when you're putting your leads in, you got your bottom base right here. So just make sure you don't touch it. What also you can do, you can use, obviously as always, I use a collie tool. As always, okay. Always use a collie tool. Make it easier for you. I'll put a link in the description for that. Anyway, or when you put your leads in, if you don't have the collie tool, okay, you can pop them in. Well, cut them a bit shorter. Pop them in as long as it's resting nicely, okay, and you can get your coil cut. Well, your leg cutter. Get it right in there and just cut all the legs. That's another way of doing it, which makes it easier. Even if you pre-cut them, if it's still find it long, you don't want to touching the base, okay, you can still cut them, which is not so bad. Okay, but yeah, collie tool, I think I run this about, what was it, 4.2, about 4. I'll put a hit off a 4. There you go, just makes it easier. You can also whack it in there if it's just nice enough, just snug enough. Yeah, you'd be alright. So what I'm gonna do is, I had some custom coils, but I forgot these came in the box, which I do like, because I'm slowly running out of coils right now, and I'm just waiting till the expo, okay, and getting a whole load of coils, because I have been waiting on a set of coils for so long, and I still don't have them. But anyway, that's a different story. Okay, that's a completely different story. Right, I don't know what's going on here. Let's just pre-cut these out of the way. Get this cotton out, because we're going to use this cotton as well. Normally I use bacon prime, but we're gonna go with these. You do get 4 pieces. All you need is, well, oh no, 5. Oh, it's just 2. Oh, okay, fair enough. So what I'm gonna do is speed up the process, okay, on when I put the build in, yeah. And what I'll show you first, actually, instead of me, I'll do one side first. Let me just get a flathead in there, unscrew nicely. It's a nice gap, okay, to there, and then and same for this side. I nearly went the wrong side then, complete wrong side. I'm on the right side. Let's get a nice gap right there. Okay, so what you can do is you can put your leads in. Alright, it's hitting the base so you can see what's going on there. So what I'll do is, it's up to you. Or if you're not sure, if you want to cut them, if you want to have them a bit longer, okay, let's say you wanted to do it at 5, I don't know, or 4.5 first, yeah. Hold that down, get right underneath, get your coil, get your wire cutter, cut them both. Right, as soon as you get that, let's put the legs, there you go, into place. Is it set right? There you go. You can put them in place. There you go. It's still a bit touching, and that's why I said I cut up 4. I did 4.5, but if you're not, you know, if you're a little bit uncertain and you cut them too short already and then you don't want to mess up your coils, cut them a bit longer, pop them in like I said, and then we'll get under there and cut them after, yeah. So now you know that, let's speed up the process. And there you go, they should look like that. Okay, now when you pull them out, you don't want them too far out. A nice slight small gap in between the 2 coils. Obviously you don't want them touching, but just a slight gap between it, okay, because obviously you got the barrel to put in and you don't want the barrel scraping on. So when that goes in, that's in nicely, and I know it's not scraping because it's wide enough. Okay, see right there, very nice. Now yeah, so like I said, you can get right under there, cut them short so you're not touching the legs are not touching the base, and there's a nice inside of that. So let's get these burning, and then I'll show you how to wick as well. So let's speed up the process. There you go, that's better, nice and dry burned. Now obviously I had to screw that out, screw it back in because it was reading wrong, 0.19. Normally I put it on a G class because it reads better. 0.19, I'll just leave it as that for now. So for the meantime, what I'll do is get some cotton. There you go. These are like shoelace type cotton as well. It's just easier to wick as well. So through, I've got it nice and snug. Okay. Now, obviously you have your wicking pots right here. So best thing to do is I'm going to put the other one in first. Okay, there you go, just so when I cut them I know how far I want to cut them. Okay, especially to see what for you guys as well. So let me get my scissors right here. Now what I do is, alright, I will cut just about on this O-ring, or just on this metal ring here, just after this O-ring there. Is a little metal bit, a little metal ring that's going around. There you go. So what I'll do is I'll push it up, my scissors right up to it. Well, I'll put it down first. I'll put my scissors right up to it, right, and then just cut about there. There you go. Right, and what I do is I'll push them down just in case, so I know how far down it may go. Okay, so you can see right there, that should be about right. Okay, I just cut them off just a little bit there. Get that little perfection in, and do the same for the other side. Let's. Oh, this scissors was good the other day. Now what's going on? There we go. Right. So, right. Let's get these fluffed out. Get these going. A little bit of nice wicking. And we get these not too thin, but it's a nice streak out. Okay. You want these to flow nicely. Let's get this sorted. So what I normally do is I'll just put some juice in there, get some juice onto the cotton, just so it's easier to tuck in. Okay. And what we're going to do is just get the back end of the cotton over to the wick area. Okay. And just slightly tuck them in, and then get the front area and just tuck them in, but let it sit nicely. Get the edges in there. There you go. Oh, stay there. Let that sit. The exact same for the other side, and do the exact same for the other side as well. So they get the back in the cotton, just let it sit, and then get the front ends. This is what I just do, and just slightly push it down. We'll get them to rest and to cover the wicking pots. Okay, and there you go. So it's covered, it's not tucked in fully. Okay, it's just slightly sat on top, and it's just covering all the both wicking pots as well. Now the next part is make sure the airflow is in the right position. So your coils are positioned that way, so it's got to go here. And what these will do is these will just push that down slightly, and that goes on there nicely. You'll get the barrel now, what will hold the rest of the RTA. What I'll do is I'll push that in lightly and just turn until you feel it'll go into place. Sometimes you'll feel a clip, sometimes I've got it in place for the first time, and there you go. And what I'll do is I'll just screw that on, okay, until finger tight. Get all this bum fluff hair off top. Let's zoom this out a bit. There you go. Alright, and let's fill her up. There you go. That'll go on top. Screw that down, and done. So there you go. There is the Zeus X RTA built on, wicked up, juiced up. Okay, let's go back up top. Let's vape this, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. So that was the Zeus X RTA sitting on top of the Geek Vape Nova. Okay, now I'm trying this autofocus, and it's goddamn clean, man, and a new lens. But anyway, 65 watts, 0.19. Yeah, I've got some concept grape in there. Yeah, okay. Let's have. Let's go. Fully airflow fully open. Nice flavour, and it's wicking. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. I don't know, but track. Okay, you want to decide? It doesn't matter. Okay, so focus on me. Let me just turn this off, because this is doing me. Okay, it's focused. Right, cool, sick. Sorry about that. So yeah, 25ml. Okay, 2ml juice capacity. Yes, I don't have a bubble glass. I need a bubble glass for more juice capacity. Cool. So let's go with the design. First of all, I do like the design. It's a very nice. Why is it not focuses on me, man? Focus on me, bitch. My bad. Yeah, very, very nice design. Okay, I like the finish. Okay, it's a clean design. Okay, easy to take the top cap off. Half a turn, off, put it back on, done. That's as easy as that. I like the nail, so you can get a nice grab of it, adjust the airflow. Okay, nail at bottom, it's just a nice clean finish to it. Okay, now on the insides, it really easy on the build deck, really easy to build, as you've just seen down below. Okay, it's not hard. You can cut your leads off underneath, you can pre-cut them, and if it's still long, cut right underneath, easy to get into, and then there you go. Just make sure the pieces are out. Okay, you don't want to be inhaling any of that into your mouth, because you don't want to be choking and all that shit. Yeah, scratching all your no, you don't want that. But yeah, really easy to wick as well. Okay, everything's really simple. It's not too hard to build on it. Okay, now with the whole putting the like that chimney airflow on top to cover the whole thing, that's a weird one. I've never come across that. Okay, you have the O-ring at the top so it gets a good grab on the inside and it holds it in place. I don't know, like, I like it. I like how they've done it. It's innovative, because I've not come across it, as far as I know, me personally, on the amount of reviews I've done, or on the amount of RTAs I've come across. I've not seen that before as a separate piece, but it's different. I do like it. It's easy to put in, because when you put your cotton in, when you've already wicked it and juiced it up, slide that into place, pop it in, it locks. You'll find a notch, it locks in place, screw it on, you're done. That's it, nice and easy. Okay, now the one piece here with the drip tip, I'm not a big fan of. Okay, low profile drip tip, not a big fan. Obviously, to change it as well, it's a bit of a, if you got nails it's easy, but if you don't have nails you can get it off. Obviously that's why they do include this spare 810 drip tip, but you can just put your own on. Let's just take this one off, for example. Okay, because your whole mouth is not around this, it's around the top base, this top base cap as well. So let me just take this one off the Rage. Okay, and put it on there. There you go, nice and easy, nice and easy. Let's get a closer look at that. There you go. I like the high profile instead. I prefer that. No homo. But other than that, me personally, I can't find much about it. Let's turn the airflow down to about halfway. Let's have a bit. So smooth draw as well. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit on the louder side, but it's a very smooth draw. Okay, good amount of flavor for a top airflow, a good amount of flavor. Okay, it's not like Jesus, it's amazing, do you know what I mean? Because there's other RTAs out there that can have a better flavor from it. Okay, plus it can depend where you position your coils as well, but that's not the case. Also, when I said about having a nice little gap between the coils, if you have them really close on the smallest gap, you do tend to get a slight spit back. Okay, when you filled it up, have a few tokes, you do get a slight spit back. But if you just widen them out a little bit, almost really close to the airflow itself on the side, where on the chimney itself, you're fine. Okay, halfway down, that's fine. More intense flavour, not a lot more, but just enough. I like to have the airflow nice and wide open. Let's bump this up a bit. I can go about, let's 75 watts. Good flavour. I've also tested this with dessert flavour as well. Dessert flavour does well. I think the fruit still does slightly better than the dessert in this, my experience personally. I have a nice, really sweet dessert based flavour. The Collector, it's cookies and pecan. You get the flavour, but it slightly dies off a little bit. Okay, and I've tried it in other RTAs, perfectly fine, but then in other top airflow RTAs, fine, but it can really differ. That's my experience, do you know what I mean? But other than that, I think it's a good RTA, and I think you should definitely pick this up. Okay, which comes to price points. Okay, so price points, I'm on Vaping 101, $24.99, which is not breaking the bank at all. Other websites you are definitely looking at $26.99 to $29, pretty much almost to the £30 mark, but that's a standard price pretty much between them, that section. So 23 to 30 pound, that section, that's fine. Okay, get in various colours. So you got the black, you got the blue, stainless steel, gunmetal grey, iridescent, which is 7 colour, and a red as well. Okay, let's have one more talk on this one. I'm enjoying this. I really like this. So props to Geek Vape for doing this, because I didn't like the very first one, the single. No matter how much I adjusted the coil and the wicking, I had my wicking on point, I just didn't like it. The dual, I did not try the dual Zeus, and then when this one came out, I do like this one. I love it. I love it. Definitely get a bubble glass when you buy one. So other than that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up and a subscribe, which would be much appreciated. If it's a thumbs down, let me know why in the comments so I can improve, and I will see you guys in our next one. Well, God damn. Peace.